different parts of the population living under different sets of laws, all governed by the same state. Apartheid seems to be the name, that was coined in South Africa, and it describes exactly that. Is there another name? I can call it by a different name if people prefer, if it offends people. But I think it's good to offend people. I think people should be offended by the reality, not by the name. People say that also are offended when Israel's actions are described as genocide. But if you look at the United Nations definition of the crime of genocide, and you compare it to Israeli actions and policies over the last 7 decades, it reads almost identical. It is almost identical. So not to call it genocide is offensive. Not to call what Israel has done, not to call what the Palestinians are living through genocide, that is what is offensive. To try to mask it, to try to hide it, to try to argue over the word, whether it's this or that, that is what should be offensive, not the word itself. But who created this reality? Israel created this reality, the Zionist movement created this reality, Jews around the world support and create this reality, and now they're offended when they're accused with this. I was in Hebron just a week ago, last Friday. There was a big protest there. Open Juhada Street with Youth Against Settlements, and it's also the 23rd, I believe, anniversary of the massacre in the Ibrahimi Mosque. And when you see the soldiers, and when you see the border guards, and when you see the police, that is offensive. And the comparison, when you see these armed guards, some of them in black uniforms, dark uniforms, visions of World War II, visions of Nazi Germany come up, involuntarily. You can't help it. So they get offended when they're compared to Nazis and other oppressive and genocidal regimes. Well, if you're offended by it, don't do it. They're offended by the name. Well, they should be offended because what they're doing is offensive.